Welcome back, coin enthusiasts and collectors from around the globe. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of United States commemorative dollar coins, a category that merges history, artistry, and investment potential all in one. While most people are familiar with the common circulating dollars, commemorative dollars stand out because each coin tells a story, honors a moment in history, or celebrates a significant achievement in American culture. From the early 20th century to more modern releases, these coins have not only intrigued collectors, but have also become highly sought-after treasures in today's auction markets. In this video, we'll explore the most valuable top 7 commemorative dollar coins from the United States, highlighting their unique features, historical background, rarity, market value, and essential tips for collectors looking to add these rare gems to their collection. So let's get started. First up, we are talking about the Thomas Jefferson Presidential $1 coin, issued in 2007 with the P mint mark, honoring the third president of the United States who served from 1801 to 1809. At first glance, this may look like an ordinary dollar coin you might receive as change, but once you understand its background, design details, and market behavior, you will realize why many collectors are paying close attention to this issue today. Stay with us until the end, because even circulated examples can surprise you in today's auction market. To truly appreciate the 2007 P. Thomas Jefferson $1 coin, we must first step back into American history. Thomas Jefferson was one of the most influential figures in the founding of the United States. He was the principal author of the Declaration of Independence, a diplomat, philosopher, and eventually the third president of the nation. His presidency from 1801 to 1809 was marked by the Louisiana Purchase, which doubled the size of the United States, and by his vision of a republic rooted in liberty, education, and limited government. More than 2 centuries later, Jefferson was honored as part of the Presidential $1 coin program, a special series launched by the United States Mint in 2007. This program aimed to celebrate former U.S. presidents in the order they served, placing their portraits on $1 coins to promote interest in American history and encourage coin collecting among the public. Thomas Jefferson was among the earliest releases in this historic program, making his coin especially significant. The 2007 Thomas Jefferson Presidential Dollar coin with the P mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, one of the most important minting facilities in U.S. history. Unlike traditional coins, this series introduced several unique design elements that set it apart. The obverse of the coin features a bold and detailed portrait of Thomas Jefferson facing left, capturing his classical appearance and dignified expression. Surrounding the portrait, you will find the inscriptions Thomas Jefferson, third president, and the years 1801 to 1809, clearly identifying his place in American history. The design style is clean and modern, yet respectful of Jefferson's legacy. The reverse of the coin displays the Statue of Liberty, a symbol of freedom and democracy, which appears on all presidential dollar coins. This consistent reverse design ties the entire series together and reinforces the theme of liberty that Jefferson himself championed. One of the most interesting and unique features of the 2007 presidential dollar coins, including the Thomas Jefferson issue, is the edge lettering. Unlike traditional U.S. coins where the date, mint mark, and mottos appear on the front or back, these details are engraved along the edge of the coin. On the edge of a genuine 2007 P. Thomas Jefferson dollar, you will find the year 2007, the mint mark, P, and the inscriptions E pluribus unum, and in God we trust. This edge lettering was a bold departure from tradition and created immediate interest among collectors. It also led to notable varieties, such as coins with weak, missing, or inverted edge lettering, which can significantly affect value. Even in circulated condition, collectors often inspect the edge closely, as this is where many hidden rarities are discovered. It is important to be realistic yet informed. The 2007 P. Thomas Jefferson dollar was produced in large numbers, with tens of millions struck for circulation. Because of this high mintage, the coin is not considered rare in the traditional sense, especially in circulated condition. However, rarity in modern numismatics is not defined by mintage alone. Collector demand, condition, and varieties all play crucial roles. Many of these coins were spent, handled, and stored improperly, leading to heavy wear, scratches, and edge damage. Finding a well-preserved circulated example with sharp details, clean surfaces, and fully legible edge lettering can be more challenging than people expect. Additionally, any coin with unusual edge lettering errors or alignment variations becomes far more desirable, even if it shows signs of circulation. In circulated condition, most 2007 P. Thomas Jefferson dollars show wear on Jefferson's hair, cheek, and jawline, as well as contact marks from other coins. The Statue of Liberty on the reverse may appear slightly flattened in the high points. While circulated examples are common, collectors still seek coins that display even wear, attractive color, and strong overall eye appeal. Coins that were lightly circulated or pulled from circulation early often command stronger prices than heavily worn pieces. The edge lettering must also be complete and readable, as worn or damaged edges can reduce desirability. Now let's talk about current market value in dollars, which is what most viewers are eager to know. In today's market, a typical circulated 2007 P. Thomas Jefferson presidential dollar coin usually trades close to its face value, often between $275,000. However, this is not the whole story. Coins in better circulated condition, sometimes described as about uncirculated, can sell for higher prices, especially when demand increases. Examples with strong eye appeal may reach $545 in private sales or online marketplaces. If the coin features a notable edge lettering error, such as missing lettering or doubled inscriptions, values can rise dramatically, sometimes reaching $1 million or even more, depending on the rarity and collector interest. In auction settings, certified examples with documented errors often generate competitive bidding, proving that even modern dollar coins can achieve big value under the right circumstances. For collectors interested in this coin, there are several important tips to keep in mind. Always examine the edge lettering carefully using good lighting and magnification. Many valuable varieties are missed simply because people focus only on the front and back of the coin. Pay attention to overall condition, avoiding coins with heavy scratches, deep gouges, or corrosion. If you believe you have an unusual variety or a particularly nice example, consider professional grading and authentication, as this can significantly enhance market value and buyer confidence. It is also wise to follow current auction results and collector forums to stay updated on trends, as interest in presidential dollar coins can rise and fall over time. Building a complete set of presidential dollars, including Thomas Jefferson, can also add long-term value and enjoyment to your collection. The 2007 P. Thomas Jefferson presidential $1 coin may appear ordinary at first, but it carries deep historical meaning, unique design features, and genuine collector potential. While most circulated examples remain affordable, the combination of edge lettering, condition sensitivity, and the enduring legacy of Thomas Jefferson keeps this coin relevant in today's numismatic market. For collectors, history enthusiasts, and treasure hunters alike, this coin represents a tangible connection between America's founding ideals and modern coinage. Next up, the commemorative Ulysses S. Grant $1 coin issued in 2011, honoring the 18th President of the United States who served from 1869 to 1877. This particular discussion will focus on the Denver Mint, or D Mint mark, example in fine condition, and why many collectors believe this coin has strong potential in today's auction market with growing dollar value. Whether you are a beginner just entering the world of coin collecting or an experienced numismatist searching for meaningful pieces, this video will give you a complete understanding of this remarkable dollar coin. To truly appreciate the 2011 Ulysses S. Grant commemorative $1 coin, we must first step back into American history. Ulysses S. Grant is one of the most important figures in United States history. Before becoming the 18th president, Grant was the commanding general of the Union Army during the American Civil War. His leadership played a decisive role in defeating the Confederacy and preserving the Union. When Grant assumed the presidency in 1869, the nation was still recovering from the devastating effects of the Civil War. His presidency focused heavily on Reconstruction, civil rights, and stabilizing the nation's economy. Although his administration faced challenges and controversies, Grant's legacy as a military hero and national leader remains deeply respected. The 2011 commemorative dollar was issued to honor both his military service and his role as president, making the coin historically significant and emotionally powerful for collectors who value American heritage. The background of the 2011 Ulysses S. Grant dollar coin is also closely tied to the modern presidential $1 coin program. This program was launched to honor deceased U.S. presidents by issuing circulating dollar coins bearing their portraits. Ulysses S. Grant was included as part of this series, and the 2011 issue marked his place among America's leaders. Coins were struck at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, with the D Mint mark representing the Denver production. Although these coins were intended for circulation, many were quickly pulled aside by collectors, especially those who recognized the long-term collectible appeal of presidential dollar coins. Now let's take a closer look at the unique features of the 2011 Ulysses S. Grant $1 coin. The obverse of the coin features a detailed portrait of Ulysses S. Grant, capturing his stern expression and strong character. The design emphasizes his leadership and determination, qualities that defined both his military career and presidency. The inscriptions include his name, Ulysses S. Grant, along with the years of his presidency, 1869 to 1877. The engraving style is clean and modern, yet respectful of historical tradition, making the coin visually appealing to a wide range of collectors. The reverse of the coin displays the iconic Statue of Liberty, a symbol of freedom and democracy. This design was used across the presidential $1 coin program and represents the enduring values of the United States. The coin is composed of a manganese brass-clad alloy, giving it a golden appearance that often leads people to mistake it for gold at first glance. The edge of the coin carries important inscriptions, including the year of minting, the mint mark D, and the mottos E pluribus unum and I in God we trust. Edge lettering adds a distinctive element to the coin and is a key feature collectors always inspect carefully. When discussing rarity and condition, it is important to understand why a 2011 Ulysses S. Grant dollar coin in fine condition can still attract collector interest. While millions of these coins were minted, many entered circulation and quickly developed heavy wear, scratches, and damage. Coins that remain in fine condition show moderate wear but still retain clear details in the portrait, lettering, and edge inscriptions. For collectors who want an affordable yet respectable example, fine condition coins are often ideal. Additionally, Denver mint issues are popular with collectors who enjoy completing mint mark sets, which increases demand for well-preserved D-mint coins. Over time, attrition also plays a role in rarity. As more coins are lost, damaged, or heavily worn, the number of collectible quality examples gradually decreases. This is especially true for modern dollar coins, which are often overlooked or mishandled in circulation. As interest in presidential dollars continues to grow, coins like the 2011 Ulysses S. Grant D-mint mark in fine condition may become harder to find, increasing their appeal in the collector market. Now let's talk about current market value in dollars, which is what most collectors and viewers are curious about. In today's auction and secondary market, a 2011 D Ulysses S. Grant $1 coin in fine circulated condition typically sells for slightly above face value. Most examples trade in the range of $250,000, depending on overall eye appeal, clarity of edge lettering, and demand at the time of sale. While this may not sound like a fortune, it is important to remember that modern collectible coins often start at modest premiums and grow steadily over time. Higher-grade examples in uncirculated or certified mint state conditions can command significantly higher prices, sometimes reaching $625,000 or more, especially when graded by major third-party grading services. Auction results show that complete presidential dollar collections and historically popular figures like Grant often attract strong bidding interest, which helps support long-term value. For collectors, there are several important tips to keep in mind when dealing with the 2011 Ulysses S. Grant commemorative dollar. Always check the edge lettering carefully, as weak or missing lettering can affect value. Store your coins properly in protective holders to prevent further wear and damage. Avoid cleaning the coin, as cleaning can significantly reduce collector value. If possible, compare your coin with graded examples to better understand its condition. Building a complete presidential $1 set can also increase overall value and enjoyment, making coins like this one more desirable in the long run. The 2011 commemorative Ulysses S. Grant $1 coin with the D-mint mark is more than just a modern dollar. It is a tribute to one of America's most important historical figures, a symbol of leadership during a critical period in U.S. history, and a collectible piece with growing interest in today's auction market. While its current dollar value may still be modest, its historical depth, unique design features, and collector demand make it a meaningful addition to any coin collection. Next up, we are taking a deep dive into the United States presidential $1 coin honoring Rutherford B. Hayes, the 19th President of the United States, issued in 2011 with the Philadelphia P mint mark. Even in circulated condition, this coin continues to attract attention in today's auction and collector market. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why many collectors still consider it an important and sometimes overlooked piece. The presidential $1 coin program was launched by the United States Mint to honor former U.S. presidents in the order they served, celebrating their contributions to American history. Rutherford B. Hayes, who served as president from 1877 to 1881, was honored in 2011 as part of this long-running program. Hayes is remembered for leading the nation during the difficult Reconstruction era following the Civil War, restoring trust in the presidency after a disputed election, and pushing for civil service reform. When the U.S. Mint released his dollar coin, it was not just another circulating dollar, but a small metallic tribute to a critical transitional figure in American political history. The background of the 2011 Rutherford B. Hayes dollar is rooted in both history and modern minting innovation. The Presidential $1 Coin Act of 2005 authorized the production of these coins, and they began entering circulation in 2007. By the time Hayes coin was released, public demand for dollar coins in everyday commerce had already declined. Many banks and businesses preferred paper dollars, which meant that fewer presidential dollars actually circulated widely compared to earlier U.S. coinage. This reduced circulation has played a role in shaping collector interest today, even for examples that show wear. One of the most unique features of the Rutherford B. Hayes presidential dollar is its design. The obverse features a detailed portrait of President Hayes facing right, with his name, the order of presidency, and his term years, 1877 to 1881, clearly inscribed. The engraving style is bold and modern, yet respectful of classic presidential portraiture. The reverse displays the iconic Statue of Liberty design used across the entire presidential $1 series, symbolizing freedom and continuity in American democracy. What truly sets these coins apart, however, is the edge lettering. Unlike traditional U.S. coins, the date, mint mark, P, and the mottos E pluribus unum and In God We Trust are inscribed along the edge of the coin. For many collectors, this edge lettering is one of the most fascinating aspects of the series, and any variations or errors can dramatically increase value. When it comes to rarity and condition, the 2011 P. Rutherford B. Hayes dollar occupies an interesting position. In absolute numbers, millions were minted, which means it is not rare in the traditional sense when compared to classic silver dollars. However, demand for presidential dollars declined sharply by 2011, and many coins were struck primarily for collectors rather than for general circulation. Circulated examples exist, but they are not commonly encountered in everyday change. Collector demand is driven by those attempting to complete full presidential dollar sets, as well as history enthusiasts who focus on specific presidents. Condition still matters greatly. While circulated coins typically command lower prices, examples with minimal wear, clean surfaces, and sharp edge lettering are far more desirable than heavily worn pieces. The current value of a circulated 2011 P. Rutherford B. Hayes dollar is generally modest, but still above face value in many cases. Most circulated examples trade in the range of $375,000, depending on overall eye appeal and level of wear. Coins with lighter circulation wear, especially those that retain strong luster and clear edge inscriptions, can reach the higher end of that range. Uncirculated examples, proof strikes, or coins with notable mint errors can sell for significantly more, sometimes reaching $553,000 or higher in specialized auctions. While it may not be a four-figure rarity, it represents a solid collectible with historical depth and steady demand. For collectors interested in this coin, there are several important tips to keep in mind. Always check the edge lettering carefully, as weak or misaligned inscriptions can either lower value or, in rare cases, indicate an error worth further evaluation. Storage is also critical, even for circulated coins. Using protective holders can prevent further wear and preserve the coin's appearance. It's also wise to follow recent auction results rather than relying solely on price guides, as the market for modern commemorative coins can fluctuate based on collector trends. Completing a full presidential dollar set can add additional value and satisfaction, especially as certain later issues become harder to find in high quality. The 2011 P. Rutherford B. Hayes presidential $1 coin may seem modest at first glance, especially in circulated condition, but it holds an important place in modern U.S. numismatics. December 13th, 2:29 p.m. Irfan. Next up, we explore the Andrew Johnson presidential $1 coin, minted in 2011 at the Philadelphia Mint. This coin honors the 17th President of the United States, who served from 1865 to 1869 during one of the most turbulent periods in American history. At first glance, this may look like an ordinary dollar coin you might find in circulation, but when you understand its historical background, design details, minting story, and collector demand, you begin to see why many people still search for this coin in circulated and unusual condition today. So stay with me until the end, because we will also talk honestly about its current auction market value in dollars and important tips every collector should know before buying or selling this coin. Appreciate the Andrew Johnson 2011 $1 coin. We must first step back into American history. Andrew Johnson became president in 1865 following the assassination of Abraham Lincoln. His presidency came at the end of the Civil War, a time when the nation was deeply divided and struggling with Reconstruction. Johnson, who was born into poverty and rose through politics without formal education, remains one of the most controversial presidents in U.S. history. His leadership style, conflicts with Congress, and eventual impeachment shaped how future generations viewed the balance of power in American government. More than a century later, the United States Mint honored Johnson as part of the presidential $1 coin program, which was launched to recognize deceased U.S. presidents in the order they served. The Andrew Johnson dollar was released in 2011, continuing this important educational and historical series that introduced millions of Americans to the nation's past through everyday coinage. Now let's take a closer look at the unique features of the Andrew Johnson presidential dollar coin. On the obverse, you will see a detailed portrait of Andrew Johnson facing left. His name, along with the words, "In God We Trust," and the order number indicating him as the 17th president, is clearly displayed. The portrait style is consistent with other coins in the presidential series, giving the set a uniform and recognizable appearance. The reverse features the Statue of Liberty, a powerful symbol chosen for all coins in the series to represent freedom and democracy. This design choice ties every president together under one national ideal. Unlike older U.S. coins, the presidential dollar does not display the date, mint mark, or motto on the front or back. Instead, these elements are inscribed on the edge of the coin. For the 2011 Andrew Johnson dollar from the Philadelphia Mint, the edge lettering includes the year 2011, the P mint mark, the phrase E pluribus unum, and "In God We Trust." This edge lettering is one of the most distinctive features of the series and has created a whole category of collectible errors when letters are missing, doubled, or misaligned. The metal composition of this coin is also worth discussing. The Andrew Johnson dollar is made of a manganese brass-clad composition, giving it a golden color that many people mistakenly believe is real gold. In circulated condition, especially when exposed to moisture or harsh environments, these coins can develop dark spots, discoloration, or surface corrosion. While collectors often refer to this as a rusty look, it is important to understand that the coin does not actually rust like iron. Instead, the discoloration comes from chemical reactions affecting the surface metals. This unusual appearance can make the coin look older or rarer than it really is, which is why many people become curious about its value. When it comes to rarity and collector demand, the Andrew Johnson 2011 P dollar occupies an interesting position. Millions of these coins were minted and released into circulation, so in standard circulated condition, it is not considered rare in the traditional sense. However, demand still exists because many collectors aim to complete full presidential dollar sets, and Andrew Johnson's controversial legacy adds historical interest. Coins in unusual circulated condition, including heavy discoloration or dramatic edge lettering variations, sometimes attract attention from beginner collectors. Uncirculated examples with strong luster and sharp details are more desirable, while coins with major mint errors, such as missing edge lettering or doubled inscriptions, are the true standouts that can command higher prices. Now let's talk about the current market value in dollars, which is the question everyone wants answered. In today's auction and collector market, a circulated Andrew Johnson 2011 P presidential dollar typically trades for face value, around $1 or slightly above, usually up to $246,000 depending on eye appeal. Coins described as rusty or heavily discolored usually do not increase in value, and may even be worth less to serious collectors unless the look is caused by a unique mint-related error. Uncirculated examples from mint rolls or sets often sell in the range of $550,000. However, the real big money examples come from confirmed mint errors. Coins with missing or inverted edge lettering, doubled inscriptions, or other documented errors have sold at auction for prices ranging from $1 million, depending on rarity and condition. These are the coins that collectors and treasure hunters hope to find when searching through rolls or old collections. If you are a collector or someone just starting out, there are a few important tips to keep in mind with this coin. Always check the edge lettering carefully, as this is where most valuable errors are found. Avoid cleaning the coin, even if it looks dirty or discolored, because cleaning can permanently reduce its value. Store your coin in a dry, protective holder to prevent further corrosion or surface damage. If you believe you have an unusual or error coin, consider having it evaluated by a reputable coin dealer or professional grading service before selling it. Knowledge and patience are key in numismatics, and understanding the difference between damage and true mint errors can save you from costly mistakes. As we come to the conclusion of today's video, The 2011 Andrew Johnson presidential $1 coin from the Philadelphia Mint stands as a fascinating blend of modern coinage and deep American history. While most circulated examples are not worth a fortune, they still hold educational value and a special place in the presidential series. For collectors, the real excitement lies in finding high-grade uncirculated pieces or rare edge lettering errors that can significantly increase the coin's value in today's auction market. Whether you keep this coin as part of a complete presidential set, a historical reminder, or a potential treasure hunt, it remains an important piece of America's numismatic. Next up, a modern United States commemorative dollar that carries powerful presidential history behind it. We are focusing on the William Henry Harrison $1 coin, issued in 2009 with the D Mint mark, honoring the 9th President of the United States who served briefly in 1841. Even though this coin is often found in circulated very fine condition, many collectors still ask whether it has become rare, how much it is worth today in the auction market, and whether it deserves a place in a serious collection. Stay with me till the end, because we will explore the full story, features, rarity, collector demand, and real dollar value of this interesting presidential dollar coin. The William Henry Harrison $1 coin was released in 2009 as part of the famous presidential $1 coin program, a series launched by the United States Mint to honor deceased U.S. presidents in the order they served. William Henry Harrison holds a unique place in American history because he was the 9th president and also had the shortest presidency of all time, lasting only 31 days before his death in 1841. Despite his brief term, Harrison was a national hero, best known for his role in the Battle of Tippecanoe and the famous campaign slogan, Tippecanoe and Tyler too. The 2009 issue continued the tradition of educating the public through coinage, bringing presidential history into everyday circulation. The Denver Mint, identified by the D Mint mark, struck millions of these coins for circulation. While many people spent them as ordinary dollar coins, others saved them as historical keepsakes. Over time, these coins have become symbolic reminders of an important but often overlooked chapter in U.S. presidential history. The obverse of the William Henry Harrison dollar features a detailed portrait of the 9th president facing left, with strong facial lines that reflect his military background and leadership image. Surrounding the portrait are the inscriptions William Henry Harrison, In God We Trust, and 9th President 1841. The design is bold yet clean, making it instantly recognizable among other presidential dollars. The reverse of the coin, shared across the presidential $1 coin program, shows the Statue of Liberty, symbolizing freedom and democracy. The inscriptions United States of America and $1 appear clearly, reinforcing its status as legal tender. One of the most unique features of this coin is the edge lettering, which includes the year 2009, the D Mint mark, and the motto, E Pluribus Unum. For many collectors, the edge lettering is one of the most fascinating aspects, especially when it is clearly visible on circulated examples. The coin is composed of a manganese brass clad, giving it a golden appearance that often causes confusion with gold coins, even though it contains no precious metal. Its diameter, weight, and smooth edge make it distinct from traditional silver dollars, adding to its modern collectible appeal. In very fine circulated condition, the William Henry Harrison 2009 D dollar shows moderate wear on high points, while still retaining clear details in the portrait and lettering. This condition is common among coins that saw everyday use but were not abused or heavily damaged. From a rarity standpoint, the coin is not extremely rare in terms of mintage, as millions were produced at the Denver Mint. However, collector demand does not rely only on rarity but also on historical significance, series completion, and condition quality. Collectors building full presidential dollar sets often seek clean circulated examples with readable edge lettering and minimal marks. Coins that are well preserved for their circulated grade are more desirable than heavily worn pieces. Errors, missing edge lettering, or unusual striking variations can significantly increase demand and value, even for a generally common coin like this one. In today's auction and collector market, a circulated William Henry Harrison 2009 D dollar in very fine condition typically trades close to its face value, usually ranging from about $363,000 depending on eye appeal and demand. While this may not sound like big money, prices can rise when collectors need specific coins to complete a set or when the coin has strong edge lettering and attractive surfaces. Uncirculated examples or coins graded by professional services can bring higher prices, especially in mint state condition. Error varieties or special strike anomalies can sell for significantly more, sometimes reaching $1 million. The key takeaway is that while standard circulated examples are affordable, the potential for higher value exists in better condition or unusual specimens. If you are collecting presidential dollar coins, always examine the edge lettering carefully, as this is where many valuable errors are found. Store your coins in protective holders to prevent further wear, even if they are already circulated. Try to learn basic grading standards so you can identify very fine condition accurately. Buying from reputable sellers and watching auction trends can help you understand real market value rather than inflated claims. Keeping a complete set of presidential dollars can also increase overall collection value and appeal. The United States commemorative William Henry Harrison 2009 D1 coin may appear simple at first glance, but it carries deep historical meaning and modern collectible importance. While a circulated very fine example is not extremely rare, it remains a meaningful piece of American history and an essential coin for presidential dollar collectors. Its value today may hover close to face value, but its educational, historical, and set-building importance gives it lasting appeal. Whether you are a beginner or an experienced collector, this coin reminds us that every piece of currency tells a story, and sometimes the story is worth more than the price itself. Next up, the United States commemorative James K. Polk $1 coin, issued in 2009 to honor the 11th President of the United States, who served from 1845 to 1849. While commemorative coins often capture a nation's pride and history, this particular issue has caught the attention of collectors, especially in circulated condition with the P mint mark. In this video, we'll explore its history, unique features, rarity, current market value, and tips for collectors looking to add it to their collection. We need to step back in time. James K. Polk, the 11th President of the United States, served during a pivotal period in the nation's history. His presidency saw the fulfillment of the nation's expansionist ambitions through the annexation of Texas, the Oregon Treaty with Britain, and the Mexican-American War, which ultimately led to the acquisition of vast Western territories. To commemorate his contributions, the United States Mint selected Polk as part of the presidential $1 coin program, which aimed to honor each president in chronological order. This program ran from 2007 to 2016, and the Polk dollar was released in 2009, following the coin for President Zachary Taylor. Now, let's discuss the coin itself. The James K. Polk dollar is struck in the classic golden manganese brass alloy that gives it its distinctive hue, similar to other modern presidential dollars. On the obverse side, the coin features a finely detailed portrait of James K. Polk, capturing his characteristic features and dignified expression. Around the edge of the portrait, the inscriptions read, James K. Polk, 11th President 1845 to 1849, and In God We Trust, following the design conventions established for the presidential series. On the reverse side, consistent with all coins in the presidential $1 series, the Statue of Liberty is prominently featured, representing freedom and the enduring legacy of the presidency. The coin's edge bears the inscriptions E Pluribus Unum, along with the year of minting and the mint mark, in this case, AP, indicating it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. One of the defining characteristics of this coin for collectors is its condition and rarity in the circulated market. While the presidential $1 coins were minted in significant numbers, many were never circulated and went directly to collectors, while others were used in daily transactions. Coins that have circulated show signs of wear, from minor scratches to dulled surfaces, but this can also make them more accessible and affordable for new collectors who want to own a piece of history without paying the premium for a pristine, uncirculated coin. Coins with the P mint mark in circulated condition are especially interesting because Philadelphia coins were widely distributed, yet finding well-preserved examples from this specific year in secondary markets can still present a unique challenge. Now let's talk about value. The market for presidential commemorative dollars is influenced by factors such as rarity, condition, and collector demand. While circulated James K. Polk dollars are generally more affordable than their uncirculated counterparts, they still hold significant numismatic value. As of today, a circulated 2009 James K. Polk dollar with the P mint mark can range between $378,000 depending on the degree of wear and market demand. Uncirculated or certified examples, especially those graded by professional grading services, can command significantly higher prices, sometimes reaching $748,000 or more for pristine specimens. The coin's historical significance and its place in the presidential $1 coin program contribute to its desirability among collectors and auction enthusiasts alike. For those of you looking to add this coin to your collection, a few tips can help. First, always check the coin's condition carefully. Even within circulated examples, degrees of wear can vary widely, and a cleaner coin can command a better price in resale or trade. Second, pay attention to the mint mark. While the P mint mark is common, other mint marks such as D for Denver or S for San Francisco have different levels of rarity and appeal. Third, consider the coin's provenance. Coins purchased from reputable dealers or auction houses often carry added assurance of authenticity, which is critical in a market where counterfeits exist. Finally, don't overlook the significance of historical context. Understanding President Polk's role in American history adds depth to your collection and gives you a story to share with other enthusiasts. The 2009 James K. Polk Presidential $1 coin is more than just a piece of metal. It's a small window into the life of America's 11th president, a symbol of the nation's growth, and a collectible that bridges history with numismatic interest. While circulated coins may show signs of everyday use, they remain highly desirable to collectors who appreciate both history and accessibility. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a beginner building your first collection, the James K. Polk dollar offers both value and historical significance that make it a worthwhile addition to any collection. So, if you come across a circulated 2009 James K. Polk coin with the P mint mark, take a moment to appreciate its history and consider its potential in your collection. It's not just a coin. It's a piece of America's past that continues to hold value today, both in dollars and in the stories it carries. Next up, we are diving deep into a truly fascinating piece of American numismatics. The 2007 United States commemorative George Washington $1 coin, featuring the legendary first president of the United States, with the D mint mark, indicating it was produced at the Denver Mint. While it might seem like a modern coin at first glance, this dollar holds far more than its face value, especially in the collectible market. In today's video, we'll explore its rich history, unique features, rarity, and what makes it a must-have for collectors, even in circulated condition. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just starting your collection, this coin offers a window into the legacy of George Washington and the craftsmanship of modern U.S. minting. The story of the 2007 George Washington commemorative dollar begins with a tribute to the first president of the United States, who served from 1789 to 1797. George Washington is widely celebrated for his leadership during the American Revolution and his pivotal role in establishing the foundations of the U.S. government. The U.S. Mint released this coin as part of a series honoring America's presidents, and it was intended to remind collectors and the public alike of Washington's lasting influence on the nation. The 2007 coin is part of the Presidential $1 coin program, which ran from 2007 to 2016, honoring presidents in the order they served. This program aimed to bring historical figures into everyday life through currency, while also appealing to collectors by issuing coins with specific mint marks, including the D for Denver, P for Philadelphia, and S for San Francisco. What makes the 2007 George Washington $1 coin stand out? First, its design is meticulously crafted. The obverse features a dignified portrait of George Washington, capturing his gravitas and historical significance. The design reflects both artistry and historical accuracy, showing Washington in a pose that evokes respect and admiration. The reverse of the coin showcases the Statue of Liberty with the inscriptions of United States of America and $1, symbolizing the freedoms that Washington's leadership helped establish. One interesting aspect of this coin is its edge-inked inscriptions, which include the year of minting, the motto, E pluribus unum, and the mint mark D. This edge lettering is a feature that differentiates modern presidential dollars from older coinage, adding an extra layer of uniqueness and complexity to the design. The coin is composed of a manganese brass alloy over a pure copper core, giving it a distinctive golden color. This composition not only makes the coin visually appealing, but also durable for circulation. For collectors, the subtle variations in color, tone, and wear can make a circulated coin especially interesting. While millions of presidential dollars were minted, coins with the D mint mark in circulated condition are less common in high grades, making them desirable among collectors. Unlike uncirculated or proof versions, circulated coins have passed through public hands, which gives them a unique story and a sense of authenticity. Collectors often seek coins that are well struck, with minimal wear on Washington's portrait and clear inscriptions on the edge. Even though a circulated 2007 George Washington dollar may show some signs of handling, its historical significance and connection to the first president make it a coveted piece in any collection. The fact that it was minted in Denver adds an additional point of interest, as some collectors aim to complete sets with coins from different mints. In today's market, a 2007 George Washington $1 coin with the D Mint mark in circulated condition typically sells for more than its face value, depending on the quality and demand. While a standard circulated coin may fetch around $532,000, coins in excellent condition with minimal work can command higher prices, sometimes reaching $688,000, especially if they are part of a set or have a collectible packaging. Auction sites and coin shows often reflect this increased demand, as collectors seek to acquire pieces that complete their presidential series or add depth to their historical collections. It's important to remember that market values fluctuate, and coins with unusual toning, mint errors, or exceptional preservation can fetch much higher prices than the average circulated coin. For anyone interested in adding this coin to their collection, there are several tips to keep in mind. First, always examine the coin carefully, paying attention to the edge lettering and the clarity of Washington's portrait. Circulated coins may have scratches, discoloration, or minor wear, but those with sharp details are generally more valuable. Second, consider the coin's provenance and whether it is part of a set. Coins with a known history or that belong to a full presidential $1 series can significantly enhance a collection. Third, store your coins properly. Even circulated coins benefit from protective sleeves or flips to prevent further wear and to maintain their aesthetic appeal. Lastly, keep an eye on the auction market and collector communities. Prices can rise quickly if demand spikes or if a coin with unusual characteristics comes up for sale. The 2007 George Washington $1 coin with the D Mint mark is more than just modern currency. It's a tribute to the legacy of the first president and a tangible piece of American history. Even in circulated condition, this coin offers collectors a blend of historical significance, aesthetic appeal, and market potential. Whether you are just starting your presidential coin collection or looking to add a specific mint-marked piece, this dollar is a remarkable and accessible way to connect with history while also holding potential value in today's market. So, next time you come across a George Washington dollar, take a closer look. You might just be holding a rare collectible that honors one of the most influential figures in American history and could be worth more than you think. If you enjoyed this deep dive into U.S. presidential dollar coins, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments. Let us know if you already own this coin or if you're planning to add it to your collection. Until next time, keep searching your change and happy collecting.